How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this.
No?
No.
Everybody in the world seems to be following this relationship.
Never been too worried about what everybody else thinks.
Bill Belichick, the mastermind behind 6 Super Bowl wins, the stone-faced symbol of discipline in the NFL, and a man who built an empire on silence and control, is now trending on TikTok, but not for football. At 73 years old, Belichick is now in a public, highly scrutinized relationship with 24-year-old Jordon Hudson, a former college cheerleader, pageant competitor, and aspiring influencer. Let that sink in. Nearly 5 decades between them. She was born in the 2000s. He was coaching in the NFL in the 1980s. To give this some real-world context, when Jordon was born, Belichick had already won multiple Super Bowls. When she entered high school, he was being called the greatest coach of all time. And now, in 2025, they're walking red carpets together, coordinating Instagram posts, and celebrating birthdays with twin flame captions. This isn't just a classic May-December romance. It's almost a generational gap times 2. And the reactions have ranged from supportive to downright alarmed. Even longtime Patriots fans, who stuck by Belichick during every scandal and trade, are raising eyebrows. The transformation is jarring. The hoodie has been replaced with tailored tuxedos. The grumpy silence is now awkward smiles and beach yoga. The man who once mocked social media is now starring in it, side by side with a 24-year-old partner who knows how to work a camera, craft a caption, and control a narrative. So naturally, people are wondering, is this love, a midlife crisis, or the beginning of a PR nightmare? And more importantly, how did one of the most private men in sports history suddenly become the star of a very public tabloid romance? Stay tuned, because this rabbit hole runs deep. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below, because trust me, after this story, you're going to have some serious opinions. Bill Belichick is one of the most respected and feared minds in professional football. But these days, he's no longer just making headlines for his coaching skills. Instead, it's his personal life that has the entire internet talking. At 73 years old, Belichick is now dating Jordon Hudson, a 24-year-old former college cheerleader and beauty pageant competitor. That's right, nearly 5 decades apart in age. If you're doing the math, he was already coaching in the NFL before she was even born. Belichick, known for being emotionally detached and borderline robotic in press conferences, has suddenly transformed. Instead of answering reporters with one-word grunts, he's now showing up to galas in tuxedos, holding hands on red carpets, and even doing yoga with his much younger partner. This isn't just a quirky May-December relationship. This is a full-blown image shift. The internet can't stop watching and judging. So how did this unlikely duo begin? The story of how Bill and Jordon met sounds almost too strange to be true. You might expect a high-profile romance like this to begin at a gala, a VIP event, or maybe an exclusive NFL after-party. But nope. The story of how Bill Belichick and Jordon Hudson met is even stranger and even more controversial. It all started on a flight back in 2021. Bill Belichick, then still coaching the New England Patriots, was flying from Boston to Florida, likely for business or maybe just a quiet break from football chaos. He's not exactly a guy you'd expect to chat it up mid-flight. But seated next to him was Jordon Hudson, then a 21-year-old college student. She wasn't just scrolling TikTok or watching a movie. She was doing homework, specifically for a logic and philosophy class. That's right, logic. And in what may go down as one of the strangest flirtation stories in NFL-adjacent history, the gruff, reserved Bill Belichick reportedly struck up a deep conversation with her about logic and reasoning. According to insiders, and confirmed by Jordon herself in a now-deleted Instagram post, they had a full discussion about logic, philosophy, and moral reasoning. And when the flight was over, Belichick signed her homework. Let me repeat that. He signed her homework. His message reportedly read, "Jordon, thanks for giving me a course in logic. Safe travels. Bill." This little memento, a seemingly innocent note from a 69-year-old NFL coach to a college-aged cheerleader, would become the first breadcrumb in a bizarre, high-profile love story. Fast forward a few years. In early 2025, Jordon posted a tribute celebrating the 4-year anniversary of that flight, calling it their meet-iversary. Her caption read, "Cheers to the fact that you still let me give you lengthy philosophical lectures 4 years later." In other words, they kept in touch. While nothing inappropriate has been confirmed, the internet has questions. Did they start as pen pals? Was there mentorship involved? Did this cross any boundaries while Belichick was still with his longtime partner, Linda Holiday? Even more suspicious, in a CBS interview just months later, when a reporter asked how they met, Jordon abruptly shut the question down, saying, "Not talking about this." Why would she hide something that seems, on the surface, innocent and coincidental? Was it to cover for awkward timing, or is the real story more complicated? And it gets weirder. Some Reddit threads claim Belichick didn't meet her on a flight at all, but was introduced to her through her parents. Others speculate he saw her cheering at local competitions and became a mentor. Some of these are unverified rumors, but the fact that they refuse to confirm the official story only fuels suspicion. Let's be clear, this isn't a high school crush. This is a relationship between a 70-something NFL legend and a woman who had just exited her teenage years. And even if they didn't start dating until she turned 22 or 23, the seeds were planted when she was still in college. And he was still in a long-term relationship. Is it just a weird coincidence that turned into true love? Or is there more to the story they don't want the public to know? Either way, the infamous flight meet cute has gone down in modern sports gossip lore. And it raised one giant red flag the moment they refused to talk about it on camera. Now let's talk about the woman at the center of all this. Jordon Hudson is more than just a pretty face. She's a former competitive cheerleader, pageant finalist, and college graduate with a passion for philosophy, psychology, and social media. Born and raised in Hancock, Maine, she made waves by becoming first runner-up in the Miss Maine USA 2024 competition and is now officially competing again in 2025. She attended Bridgewater State University, where she won a national cheer championship in 2021. She's also a licensed cosmetologist, having gone to hair school while finishing college. Today, she's very active on social media, posting motivational quotes, videos of her doing cheer stunts, and most recently, cozy snapshots with Belichick. She also isn't afraid to address controversy. After one event where people mocked her outfit, she fired back online saying it was inspired by the Lombardi Trophy. You can't say she's not media savvy, but it's her involvement in Belichick's personal and professional life that's really raising eyebrows. Let's break this down. 2021, Bill and Jordon meet on a flight. She's 21, he's 69. Late 2022, Belichick ends his 16-year relationship with Linda Holiday. Early 2023, romance with Jordon begins privately. Mid-2024, TMZ breaks the news. The internet collectively gasps. December 2024, they appear together at a New York City gala. February 2025, attend the NFL honors together, sparking viral speculation with a flashy ring on her finger. April 2025, Jordon posts a gushy birthday message calling Bill her twin flame. This isn't a short-lived fling. They're past the honeymoon phase and deep into something real, or at least really complicated. In April 2025, during a sit-down CBS interview promoting Belichick's memoir, The Art of Winning, something weird happened. When host Tony Dokopil asked the couple a simple question. "So how did you two meet?" Jordon immediately shut it down. "Not talking about this," she snapped, cutting off the conversation completely. What followed was one of the most painfully awkward interview moments in recent sports history. Bill froze. Jordon hovered. Social media exploded. People weren't just confused. They were alarmed. Why couldn't Bill answer a simple question about their meeting? What was she trying to hide? Or control? The clip went viral within hours. Suddenly, Jordon wasn't just a young girlfriend. She was being called a handler, PR puppet master, and gatekeeper. The internet did what it does best. Tore the situation to shreds. People accused Jordon of being a gold digger, someone who latched onto an aging millionaire to secure her future. Memes flooded Reddit, TikToks mocked the couple. Even former NFL players began cracking jokes, saying things like, "I get it now. That's why Coach kept bringing up Foxborough High. He was scouting his next girlfriend." One Reddit user wrote, "She acts more like his attorney than his partner. If she pulls out a power of attorney form on live TV, I won't be surprised." Even Jordon's ex, a 64-year-old businessman, felt the need to step in. He told media outlets that she's wise beyond her years and not after Bill's money. Still, for many, the optics are hard to ignore. Now, this is where things get even more concerning. After parting ways with the Patriots, Belichick took an unexpected job as head coach at UNC, a college football team. Reports suggest Jordon played a major role in this transition. She's signed emails as COO of Belichick Productions, intervened in media requests on his behalf, allegedly shut down an HBO Hard Knocks documentary that was supposed to film the team. According to insiders, UNC officials are growing increasingly uneasy with her influence. One unnamed source even told a reporter, "It feels like she's running the show, not coach. Is she a supportive partner or overstepping her bounds?" That's the million-dollar question. Let's be real. This is not the same Bill Belichick fans remember. He used to give press conferences and cut off hoodies, mumble answers, and act like he hated the spotlight. Now he's posing on beaches with Jordon doing couples yoga, showing off championship rings, and letting a 24-year-old dictate interview terms. He's smiling more, dressing different, taking risks. Is he genuinely happy, or is he being manipulated in plain sight? Some fans are cheering him on for living a little. Others think he's completely lost control, and possibly his legacy. This couple is everywhere now. They're in paparazzi photos, red carpet events, news headlines, fan theories, Reddit deep dives, you name it. Every time Jordon posts a new photo, people zoom in to see if there's an engagement ring. Every time Bill appears in public, the question is the same. Where's the girlfriend? At this point, the relationship has become bigger than Belichick's playbook. It's a full-blown celebrity saga, and we're all just watching it unfold. So here's the question. Is this just an unusual love story between an old football coach and a brilliant, ambitious woman? Or is this the start of something darker? A relationship with power imbalances, manipulation, and long-term consequences. Let us know in the comments. Is this creepy or just love in 2025? Is Jordon really in control? And most importantly, would you trust your grandpa with someone like this? Hit that like button. Subscribe for more wild celebrity updates, and don't forget to turn on notifications, because this story isn't over. Not even close.